everyone, and welcome to another super late video, because today I am here to present to you my most anticipated books, TV shows, and movies of 2016, and 2016 is already basically a month in, so clearly I'm a little behind on that. I just like doing this because then at the end of the year I can look back and see like what I was looking forward to and what actually ended up being worth looking forward to and what sucked and made me very angry. So without further ado, let's get started with everybody's favorite. I don't actually know if this is everybody's favorite, it's just what I put first. TV shows! Now, of course, since I am filming this video so late, 2 of my most anticipated TV shows have already aired, and I already somewhat have opinions on them. Not really, because I've only watched like 2 episodes of each of them. That is first Shadowhunters, which is on Freeform, and Agent Carter, which is premiering on ABC Family. Now, like I said, I haven't watched too much of these to like really know if I like them or not yet. Agent Carter, I really like season 1, and season 2 so far has not been living up to my expectations as much as season 1 did. And Shadowhunters, I have to say, is a vast improvement over the movie, but I'm not sure if I'm in love with it yet. So we will see how that goes, and if you're interested in seeing more about my thoughts on Shadowhunters and Agent Carter, I have reviews for both of them, which I will leave links to in the description box down below. And after that, there's really not any new TV shows that I'm looking forward to. I'm sure I'll watch them in the fall, but there's none like that are sticking out in my head right now. So for the next 2 TV shows I'm looking forward to, they are returning TV shows, and first is Blind Spot, which returns February 29th to finish out its season 1, and Blind Spot has been absolutely phenomenal. I have to say I was like a little iffy about it in the beginning, like I wasn't sure if I liked it or not, but it's definitely built very quickly and it's blown away all my expectations. Like it just goes in a direction I don't think it is. Like if you think one thing is happening and you think maybe it'll happen like a couple episodes down the line, they'll do it the episode that you finally like think of it, and it's amazing that they're just always like one step ahead of us, and I'm so looking forward to what's going to happen, even though there's probably going to be a love triangle, and we all know how I feel about those. The other returning show I'm really looking forward to is Stitchers, which is airing on Freeform. And Stitchers, I don't actually know when it's coming back, I just know that it is. They're filming it, and there are so many questions that the finale, if that was a season 1 finale, right, that they aired? The finale that we had previously, the summer finale, left so many questions up in the air that I have been eagerly anticipating this coming back, and I can't wait any longer, and I can't wait for it. And Stitchers is an amazing show, and you should all check it out if you haven't already. Moving on to movies, and there is a lot of them. I have to say there's not too many book to movie adaptations that I'm looking forward to this year, but the one that I am is Fantastic Beasts and Where to Find Them, which comes out in November, and I am so excited for this. It's back in the Harry Potter world, it's in America, it's in the 1920s, it's got Eddie Redmayne in it, who I love, and I'm just so excited. I really have high expectations for this movie, and if it doesn't meet them, I'm going to be crushed. Like, it's just crushed. We also have Pride, Prejudice, and Zombies, which I'm really looking forward to. I haven't read the book, but it just looks so cool, and I'm sure it's gonna be cheesy and stupid, but it looks like it could be a really good guilty pleasure movie, and I'm all here for it. So other than those 2, there's not really any book to movie adaptations that I'm looking forward to aside from The Fifth Wave, which was already out, but I'm also looking forward to The Legend of Tarzan, which I'm surprised to say because I never really was a huge Tarzan fan growing up. Like, it's not like I didn't like him, it's just it wasn't a big thing for me, but the new trailer for Tarzan looks absolutely amazing. It's taking Tarzan back into the jungle after he already left, and I love the idea of it, and I love that they're making his wife Jane, she's not going to be like this damsel in distress, Nancy, Mary Jane, whatever you call, Mary Sue, that's the word, right? We should say Mary Jane, because Mary Jane is a Mary Sue. So she's not going to be like that. She's going to take matters into her own. After that, I'm really looking forward to a movie called Jane Got a Gun, which is starring Natalie Portman and Joel Egerton, I think is how you say his last name, and it's basically about the Wild West and this woman who is protecting her family from these gangsters that are coming after them. Is gangsters like the proper term? Bandits? Like, I don't know what the word is when it's in the Wild West, but she's trying to protect her family from these people who want to kill all of them, and she has to go to her ex-lover, right, because they didn't have boyfriends back then, ex-lover, for help, and it looks really actiony and really girl power, and I'm so excited for it. That's the biggest movies I have to see this year, I have to say, are of course superhero movies, and it's a big year for superhero movies. First up, we have Deadpool, which just gonna leave it at that because Deadpool looks amazing and I absolutely cannot wait to see it. It looks like it's gonna be a great break away from the usual mold of superhero movies, and I am so here for it. After that, I think we have X-Men Apocalypse. I'm not sure which one comes out first, that or Civil War, but X-Men Apocalypse. X-Men, like, I've slowly gotten more into, and I like that they're gonna add in, like, Jean Grey and Cyclops and all the younger characters that we know in the X-Men one. Sophie Turner's gonna be in it, which I'm really excited about, but what really sold me is I found out Oscar Isaac, aka Poe Dameron, is playing the villain Apocalypse, and I was like, I am here for that. That is, I would watch that man paint walls for 5 hours and love every single second of it. And then after that, we have Civil War, which of course, I'm hoping it's amazing, but I have to say I'm a little scared that it's just going to be too much into one movie. Like, they're going to be trying to cram so many characters and so many introductions that it's going to lose, like, the emotional impact of it, because I have to say, one thing I've always thought Marvel doesn't do too well is making connections that are like forced. Like, if they make natural connections like Agent Carter and Captain America, connections that already make sense, that's fine, but like trying to bring Spider-Man in and Black Panther and everything, like, I'm worried that the emotional impact of everything that's happening with Bucky and Tony and Steve is going to get lost in the foray of just trying to introduce all these new characters. So I'm a little worried, but it's Marvel, so I'll probably enjoy it even if it sucks, you know. Then lastly, we have Suicide Squad, which I am so anticipating. The new trailer looks freaking amazing. It just looks so different from the regular, like, superhero movies because it's about the villains, but not only is it about the villains, but it's about the villains working with the good guys, but then they're still villains and they're all crazy, and it's just amazing, and I absolutely cannot wait for it. Like, I could watch that trailer 50,000 times, and it has Cara Delevingne in it and Margaret Robbie and all these people I love, and it just looks amazing. Amazing. Then lastly, we have my personal favorite, new books coming out in 2016, and I have to say there's not too many books that I have on this list, unfortunately, because 2016 is just not a big book year for me, unfortunately. But first up, I have The Raven King by Maggie Stiefvater, which is the final book in the Raven Boy series. It was supposed to come out last year, got pushed back to March. We're finally having it, and I'm not prepared for it because we all know that Gansey is going to die in some horrible, probably B-related fashion, and I am not ready for it at all. So I don't actually know why. I'm anticipating a book that is going to utterly destroy me, but that's the life of a fangirl, isn't it, right there? After that, I have 2 new books by Rick Riordan in 2016, and it's always a good year when you got 2 Rick Riordan books, you know that. First up, we have Trials of Apollo, which is coming out in May, which is going to be a new series set in the Percy Jackson world, directly in the Percy Jackson world, with Apollo being punished by Zeus and turned into a mortal, and now he has all these enemies after him, and he needs to find protection in Camp Half-Blood. Will and Nico will probably make appearances, and they were my favorite part of Blood of Olympus, so I am so excited for it. And then the second book we have is the second book in the Magnus Chase series, Hammer of Thor, and Magnus Chase was definitely an amazing book for me, and it was so much better than I actually anticipated being. I don't know why I wasn't anticipating it to be that good, but it was really good. And I'm really excited to see where Magnus Chase's adventures are going to take him in the future, and being introduced more to Thor and Loki and all those people. I'm very excited for it. And then speaking of introductions, I also have Lady Midnight by Cassandra Clare, which is going to be her new Shadowhunter series starring Emma Carstairs and Julian Blackthorne, I believe is how you say their names. Probably not, but I'm so excited for this because Julian and Emma are like H-O-T, hot, and I am so here for it. And I'm just excited because Emma's a badass, and Emma's like the girl version of Jace, and I love it. And Julian is just gonna be amazing, and all their feels and all their walking around each other is gonna be amazing. But please, no love triangles. Please, Cassandra Clare, no love triangles. And then finally, I have The Last Star by Rick Yancey, which is the final book in the Fifth Wave series. And again, this is one I don't know why I'm anticipating it, because Evan is probably going to die. I mean, we've had like hints about it in the previous 2 books, but he's probably going to die. So why are you anticipating this, Miranda? But last books are usually very hard to write, and usually I don't end up liking last books in series a lot because they kind of ruin the entire series for me, especially when it's one like this where you kind of have to be like, how are we going to get rid of these aliens that have basically kicked our asses in the previous 2 books? Like, how are we going to wrap them up and get rid of them in a good functional way that makes sense? So I'm excited to see where it's gonna go, but I don't know if it's gonna be that good. There you go. Those are my most anticipated things of 2016. Please feel free to leave your own book, TV show, and movie anticipation things down below in the comments so we can fangirl and discuss and love all of them. And make sure to give this video a thumbs up if you enjoyed it and want to see more of my videos in 2016, and also subscribe to my channel down below. What am I doing with my hands? Thank you guys all so much for watching, and I will see you next time. Bye!